Hey, everybody. Very excited to talk to you about not having my microphone in and not being able to hear things. But anyway, I've been trying to go live. I've been trying to go live on Facebook and YouTube, and it has been one interesting evening tonight. Um, but what I wanted to do and why I wanted to jump on here is I wanted to talk about the Princeton offense, which has intrigued me for a really long time, back to the Pete Carroll times. It's one of those things that I've always wondered about, and I've gone, what, the Princeton offense it looks harder than it is. That's the first thing. But even more important than that is I've run just about everything at some point in my career. I've run structured offenses like the swing or flex. I've run the triangle. I've run motion. I've run the read and react. I've run just about everything at some point in my career. So I wanted to dive into something that was unique, something that was different than what most other people are doing. And that's where the Princeton offense came in. And so what I did, and I'm a researcher, I dive into things when I don't necessarily know how they work. I dove into the Princeton offense, and I wanted to find someone that would share, but that was also really good at it. And this is where when I ran across John Wheeler. I ran into, I can't even remember exactly where I ran into him. I think it was a Facebook Live, or maybe he was in one of his Facebook groups or something. But anyway, it was one of those things, and I happened to fall into it, and it's like you can just tell. I've taught for 32 years. You can tell when there's a really good teacher, and he was really good. So I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, I'd love to have you on my podcast, Basketball Coach Unplugged. Let's talk." And when I did that, it was like, great. I had him on and we did the podcast, and it was great. The podcast was awesome. And then I was thinking, God, I would love if he would reach out to my community. I would love if he'd get out to my YouTube channel and my Facebook groups and all my places that I am and teach this. So I reached out to him. I said, hey, let's come up with a partnership. Let's come up with a way that you can teach what you know to all the people that are on my social media platforms, like all of them, like everywhere. And he decided he was going to do that. So we came up with a site, teachhoopsprinceton.com. And what that's going to do is he's going to next week run a 3-day clinic, 3 nights. He's going to go through the Princeton offense. He's going to spend a couple hours a night. He's going to explain it to you. It's going to be a deep dive. You're going to have everything that you would ever want on the Princeton offense, and he's going to teach it to you. And you just got to go to www.teachhoopsprinceton, teach hoops with an S at the end, Princeton.com. And he'll teach you that, and it will be really great, trust me. And if you need to know, if you watch the YouTube channel too, I've put other stuff up there so you can kind of get a sense of who John is. You watch it over the week. I'm going to put a bunch of stuff. You can also go over to Coach Unplugged, and we're going to do a podcast every day to kind of to shoot stuff out to you and kind of tell you all the stuff that why do you do this, how do you do it, how do you break it down for practice, all those things, all the questions you're having about Princeton, like, is it really a slow down offense? I don't want to run that. Do we have a shot clock? Yada yada yada. It's not. And he'll explain all those things. He'll explain how to teach it. And it's free. I mean, there's a lot of free clinics out there. www.teachhoopsprinceton.com. There's been nothing like this in the last 4 or 5 months. I'm telling you, as far as the Princeton offense goes, this is unique. It's not, 45 minutes of here's 3 things I do with it. It's going to be breaking it down and, talking about the chin series, talking about all the things that are going to make you want to run the Princeton offense. So again, www.teachhoopsprinceton.com. And part of the deal I said to John was, I said, if you're going to do this and you're going to share all this stuff, you got to give my community something. So I've seen the 21-page book he's going to give you. I've seen all the handouts he's going to give you. It is all, I mean, first of all, I'm going to tell you one thing. John's the first guy that I've backed. Teach Hoops has backed as far as putting something out in the world in 5 years. So I should tell you the first thing. It's like, that's how good this stuff is, and that's how good a teacher he is. But Teach Hoops is putting our reputation behind it. If you want to learn the Princeton, and again, if you miss a night, I guess it's not great, but he's going to do 3 nights, and it's not going to be 10 minutes. Here you go. It's going to be a couple hours. I told him, you'll love this. I told him I said, John, you got to do something for my YouTube channel. I'll put it up and people can see. And I just posted something about, him teaching in front of a whiteboard. And I said, you gotta do something. Give me like a 4 or 5 minute. He goes, it's taken him like a couple of weeks because he is such a good teacher. He wants to explain all his knowledge to all of you. It's hard for him to get a 30-minute video down to 3 minutes. So that's why we decided 3 or 4 nights was important as far as getting it out there. If you want to learn the Princeton, if you want to learn all the series, you want to learn the counters, you want to learn how to do it in practice, you want to learn how to tackle it, John is your guy. And I appreciate so much that he's willing to give 3 nights of teaching this to all of you. I'm gonna my assistant coaches don't know this yet, but I'm gonna make them kind of go too. So if you're thinking about the Princeton offense, if it's something that intrigues you and you want to, we've never put on a free clinic like this, and definitely not a 3-night free clinic. Just go over, put your name in www.teachhoops.com. Princeton, because John's Princeton, runs the Princeton and Teach Hoops. We're just partnering together. We just put a site so you could go in and log, put your email address in. He'll send you all the information. And then he's going to give you a lot of, and you can even see on that page all the stuff he's going to do. But it is going to be worth your time and your energy to go. If you're thinking about the Princeton offense, if it's something that you want to do, if it's something that you think you're going to tackle, go over and check it out, www.teachhoopsprinceton.com. All right, have a great Tuesday, everybody. It's like 8:48, and I haven't even eaten dinner yet, so I'm going to go eat dinner. Have a great night.